Mike Stone's here from 97.1 The Ticket to break it down. And while we were watching those highlights, you brought up a great point. Jason Garrett has been a head coach for 2 games. He's got 2 wins. Jim Schwartz has had 26 tries. He's only won 4 of them. You got to win football games.
You do. And, you know, the Cowboys have some good talent on offense. It's the same thing every week. Penalties. First time the defense takes the field, Corey Williams, encroachment. Watch the ball. Stephen Peterman. Can there be a National Football League game with the Detroit Lions without a Stephen Peterman penalty?
And they're always big. It always seems to cost him about 35 yards.
A big play, and it was stupid. He was already past him, and he gives him a push in the back. Ridiculous. Now, we've seen the Lions lose games in all sorts of ways. I'm not saying that's the main reason they lost, but that play where, you know, Wendling makes a great play.
He made great plays all day.
Yeah, and he bats it away because he was afraid he was going to get in the end zone, and it goes right to McCann, and he runs it 95, 96 yards for a touchdown. I've never seen that before in my life.
And dumb luck, they don't even challenge it because they hadn't seen a replay yet that showed definitive proof that he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Probably worth the gamble there. When it's a turning point of the game, you throw the flag.
You know what? I don't know, because they're on the other side of the field. They have no idea. And the Lions are so bad with challenges. And the group, they didn't show a replay, so there's nobody upstairs to tell them to throw the challenge, and they can't tell that. I don't blame them for that. I blame him for still trying to establish the run. Forget the run. You can't run anymore.
Just throw the ball. Anything else you want to get off your chest, Lions related?
Nothing new. Same penalties, same everything. They are, as former Lion told me on the radio, same old Lions. And Dominic Raiola got all upset that Roy Williams said that. Well, Dom, you know what? Maybe you should block a little better. I mean, Jay Ratliff with the nice sack at an opportune time. Come on. Don't worry about what Roy Williams is saying. You have to do the job.
Let's get into Michigan State. And can the Spartan fans possibly break out their maize and blue and root for Michigan this week?
They have to.
Absolutely, they have to.
Unfortunately, they're not at the same time. But, yeah, they have to root for Michigan. I mean, you have to just swallow it and just root for them. But it's not going to make a difference.
I mean, all signs are pointing to a Capital One Bowl berth. And how disappointing is that when you put together a season like they are, and you're going to go right back to the same place you were a couple years ago with 2 more losses?
It shouldn't be that disappointing if you think about it. If you look at it, Michigan State's a very good team. But even though they beat Wisconsin, you have to think Wisconsin is better right now. And they didn't play Ohio State, and you have to think Ohio State's better. So that's the way it is. Unfortunately, they lost and got killed by Iowa, and that's what it is.
The perfect formula for Michigan State fans is Michigan beats Ohio State. Michigan State, don't underestimate the fact that they got to go to Penn State and win in a stadium that they've never won at since they've been to the Big Ten.
It's not going to be easy, especially the way Michigan State has failed to run the ball the last few weeks, okay? It's certainly not going to be easy. But if you're going to ask me who has a better chance of winning on the road, it's the Spartans. I mean, Michigan, look, I don't think it's going to be a blowout because I think Ohio State, the way they play, they keep you in games. But then again, with Michigan's defense, you have no idea. I mean, this defense is, I mean, I'm just stating the obvious. It's ridiculous. They can't tackle. A lot of that is coaching. A lot of that is just individual young player, whatever. How can you not tackle? And I was one of these guys that says, you know, Rodriguez is definitely coming back. I'm not so sure because David Brandon's a proud guy, and the fact that Wisconsin ran the ball, 29 straight times yesterday?
6 rushing touchdowns, 357 yards on the ground.
That cuts to the core of Michigan football. So my idea is if Rodriguez stays, it's only on one condition, that he is forced to make major changes in his defensive staff. If he doesn't do that, bye-bye.
Give me your thoughts on this concept as it relates to Michigan. Do you feel a coach like, let's throw a name out there, Jim Harbaugh, could come in and handle Robinson and use him efficiently, and he would still be as effective as he's been this year?
Yes. I think that this offense would work, and I think Harbaugh would also recruit some bigger receivers who can block better than the guys they have, and maybe even some bigger linemen. I think this system, the spread can work. It has to be refined a little bit, but I think it can work. I'm more worried about the defense.
A lot to choose from this week. Who's going to be the Stonehead?
I mean, Matt Millen said some things praising Rod Marinelli.
Incredible.
You had the whole Roy Williams stuff. You had Richard Hamilton getting thrown out of the Laker game early, like he didn't want to play, but I can't give him the Stonehead because he played really well tonight. The Stonehead goes to the Big Ten Conference for not figuring out till maybe, Tuesday, that Wrigley Field, the configurations, they were going to have to, go into the wall. So you come up with a football game where offensively everybody goes the same way. Jim Delaney or whoever from the Big Ten thought of that. Stoneheads!
It's like the old days in the playground where it's suckers walk.
Yes.
They score a touchdown, the other team goes the other way, and they start the offense going back. That's Mike Stone.
You just couldn't wait for your mom to call you to come home for dinner, though. Wrigley Field.
I remember. They actually wanted him to take the walls down. They even brought that up as a concept. All right, we're late now. Let's go to break. See ya.